No. Yes. Team start moving. घर से
Sir, with your permission, can we start the session, sir?
देख लो कितने बजे का कहा था शुरू करना हो कर दो।
11 बजे से है सर वैसे स्टार्टिंग जो टाइम था सर।
नहीं तो जो टाइम हो उसके बाद ही करो।
जी जी
और प्रिय दत्ता साहब ने दिए अनुमति परमिशन?
जी सर दे दिए सर अनुमति और वो भी जुड़ जाएंगे सर जी।
बहुत बढ़िया
जी सर
ठीक है अपना टाइम पे करना आप शुरू जब
जी
तक।
जी सर जी।
अच्छी देर
मॉर्निंग एवरीवन। नमस्कार कोठारी साहब, प्रणाम।
नमस्कार सर।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, आपने मौका दिया।
नमस्कार साहब, नमस्कार।
So, with the permission of our respected Director General, sir, we are starting the program. First of all, very good morning to all of you. I am Samir Kumar Kumre, Senior Scientist, MP Council of Science and Technology. On behalf of MP Council of Science and Technology, I am welcoming all the distinguished guests, experts, all the delegates and the MP Council of Science and Technology members. I am welcoming you all. So, before I start the program, this is basically the program which it, the theme of the program is Aatmnirbharta, Aatmnirbhar and Industry, conducted by MP Council of Science and Technology under the Department of Science and Technology. This is the flagship program which is coordinated and conducted by Department of Science and Technology under the umbrella of Azadi ka Amrit Mahotsav. Azadi ka Amrit Mahotsav. It is the celebration and the celebration of the 75 years of the country's progress. So this is the short introduction of the program. So I would like to shortly introduce about the program. Government of India has initiated Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav to celebrate and commemorate 75 years of progressive India. In order to showcase emerging science and technology and innovation STI ecosystem at state, leading Aatmnirbharta, a year-long program, Vigyan Utsav. The Festival of Science has been planned under the State Science and Technology Program of Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. To celebrate the Mahotsav, it has been decided by DSTGOI to initiate 1 month, one theme initiatives. Vigyan Utsav was inaugurated in the month of September 2021 by the Honorable Minister of State for Science and Technology, Government of India, Dr. Jiten Singh, and will conclude on August 2022 to portray the state-level STI ecosystem through month-wise identified theme. The theme for the month of July is Aatmnirbhar Industry. Now, the MP Council of Science and Technology is organizing this one-day program by following the major flagship program organizing and conducting by the Department of Science and Technology, New Delhi. So this is the basically short introduction. So basically, this is the short introduction of the program. So before I start the program, first of all, I would like to introduce all of you from our today's special guests and the experts for invited talk. So friends, today we are having a very special guest in our program. I think he is very well-known person, especially in the scientific fraternity. We are having our special guest, Dr. Devri Datta sir, Scientist G and Advisor, Department of Science and Technology, New Delhi. Sir, welcome, sir. We are also having Shri Pradeep Karambilkar sir, Founder, Vision Biz Network, Bhopal. Sir, welcome you. Welcome, sir, on behalf of MP Council of Science and Technology. Dr. Anil Kothari sir, Director General, MP Council of Science and Technology. Welcome, sir. Apart from the guests, we are also having experts for invited talk. Dr. Ruchi Sharma, Associated Dean R&D, Indian Institute of Technology, Indore. Dr. D.P. Mondal, Chief Scientist, CSIR, Advanced Material and Process Research Institute, MP Bhopal. Dr. Dhirendra Dubey, MD, 3B Black Bio, Bhopal. Dr. Saurabh Mishra, Seagull Venture Private Limited and Co-Chair, FCCI Bhopal. On behalf of MP Council of Science and Technology, we are welcoming you, sir. And I hope that the suggestion and the guidance which you will provide to us definitely will go through it, sir. And along with my colleague, Dr. Anita Tilwari and Shri J.D. Deshmukh ji with us. So on behalf of MP Council of Science and Technology, again, we are welcoming you all. So as I have to proceed, I'm requesting to Praveen ji, kindly show the video Aatmnirbharta prepared by the Department of Science and Technology. So this was the video prepared by Department of Science and Technology. So next, I'm requesting to our respected Director General, Sir, Dr. Anil Kothari, Sir, Director General, MP Council of Science and Technology, kindly give the welcome address, sir. Sir, what do you say?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm audible.
Audible, sir, audible.
So my video is not.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir, it is visible, sir.
You're visible, sir. You're visible.
ओके। सो सभी को नमस्कार। आज के इस महत्वपूर्ण कार्यक्रम जो कि आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव हम 75वें वर्ष में मना रहे हैं, इस अवसर पे भारत सरकार का विज्ञान एवं प्रौद्योगिकी विभाग, SSTP डिवीजन और स्टेट काउंसिल्स के द्वारा संयुक्त रूप से आयोजित किए जा रहे STI फॉर आत्मनिर्भर भारत, इस थीम के अंतर्गत जो प्रत्येक माह एक थीम पे कार्यक्रम आयोजित किए जाते हैं, उसके अंतर्गत इस मंथ की जो थीम है आत्मनिर्भरता और इंडस्ट्री, इसके आज उद्घाटन अवसर पर हम लोगों के बीच में उपस्थित आज के टुडेज गेस्ट ऑफ द प्रोग्राम ऑनरेबल डॉक्टर देवप्रिय दत्ता साहब, डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया, श्री प्रदीप करम्बेलकर जी, वेरी फेमस इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट एंड मोटिवेटर, फाउंडर विज नेटवर्क भोपाल, डॉक्टर DP मंडल साहब, साइंटिस्ट CSIR एमपी भोपाल, एंड डॉक्टर रुचि शर्मा, एसोसिएट डीन R&D IIT इंदौर, श्री सौरभ मिश्रा जी, डायरेक्टर सुगल वेंचर प्राइवेट लिमिटेड एंड इम्पोर्टेंटली को-चेयर फिक्की स्टार्टअप कमेटी भोपाल, एंड डॉक्टर धीरेन्द्र दुबे, MD 3V ब्लॉक बायो भोपाल। ये आज हमारे टुडेज गेस्ट आपके प्रोग्राम है, जिनसे हम पूरे प्रदेश के एक इंडस्ट्री की स्ट्रेंथ, इसके इकोसिस्टम एंड काइंड ऑफ इनिशिएटिव्स एंड अपॉर्चुनिटी क्या अवेलेबल है, आज हम इस कार्यक्रम के माध्यम से रख पाएंगे। और साथ ही मेरे परिषद के सभी वरिष्ठ साइंटिस्ट, वैज्ञानिक, कार्यक्रम कोऑर्डिनेटर डॉक्टर अनीता तिलवारी जी, डॉक्टर श्री समीर कुमरे जी, GD देशमुख जी, and representative those who have joined this program from all councils, institutions, students, researchers. सभी का I welcome you all on behalf of मध्य प्रदेश काउंसिल ऑफ साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी। ये बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट विषय पे आज की कार्यशाला है और हम सब बहुत भली भांति अवगत है कि हाउ इम्पोर्टेंट इंडस्ट्री, रोल ऑफ इंडस्ट्री इन द सेल्फ रिलाइंग कम्युनिटी एज वेल एज नेशन। और यदि बात करें तो आज लगभग 30% GDP में कंट्रीब्यूशन हमारी इंडस्ट्रीज का है। और ये इसकी इम्पोर्टेंस को देखते हुए ऑनरेबल प्राइम मिनिस्टर साहब ने, हम सब भली भांति अवगत हैं कि मेक इन इंडिया प्रोग्राम लॉन्च किया था और आत्मनिर्भर भारत, इन प्रोग्रामों को लॉन्च करके वेरियस स्कीम्स एंड इनिशिएटिव्स फॉर प्रमोटिंग इंडस्ट्रियल सेक्टर इन डिफरेंट एरिया, ये हम इस ह्यूज लेवल का प्रोग्राम चला था और इसने बहुत कुछ प्रमोट किया कि हम कैसे इन्वेस्टमेंट को एक इंडस्ट्रीज की तरफ लाए, कैसे हम इनोवेशंस के साथ में नए नए एरियाज में हम इंडस्ट्रीज को खड़े करें और अपने खुद के प्रोडक्ट बनाएं। एंड इस इंडस्ट्रीज के लिए जो लेटेस्ट और एडवांसमेंट वाले स्किल्ड मैन पावर की रिक्वायरमेंट है, तो हम उसको कैसे अप स्किल्ड करें, हमारी IPR और बौद्धिक संपदा को लेके हम कैसे अवेयर हों और उसमें आगे बढ़ें। और इसमें बहुत डेवलपमेंट हुआ है सो फार। हमारा जो इसके लिए एक इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर नीडेड है कि हम किस तरीके से अपने इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर को पूरे देश में, हर प्रदेश के अलावा देश में हम बढ़ाएं कि ये इंडस्ट्रियल प्रमोशन हो। और ये हम, क्योंकि ये डायरेक्टली रिलेटेड है आत्मनिर्भरता से, यदि इंडस्ट्री की हम बात करते हैं तो। और हमने देखा कि इसके रोल को देखा कि हम कोविड-19 के दौर में जब सब कुछ बंद हो गया था और बहुत अलग अलग तरह की आवश्यकताएं अचानक से सामने आई थी, तो भारतीय उद्योग जगत ने, भारतीय स्टार्टअप्स ने, भारतीय इनोवेटर्स ने एक रिकॉर्ड समय में हम लोगों को, हमारे पूरे देश, इतनी बड़ी जनसंख्या के लिए, चाहे वो मैं बात करूं मैन्युफैक्चरिंग के वैक्सीन्स की, हमारे पास थी इंडस्ट्री, तो हमने न केवल अपने देश के लिए, पूरी दुनिया के लिए हमने वैक्सीन्स का निर्माण किया। वेंटिलेटर की हम बात करें, हम ऑक्सीजन कंसंट्रेटर की बात करें, मास्क की बात करें, इन ऑल एरिया सारी इंडस्ट्रीज ने, CSR लैब ने टेक्नोलॉजिकल डेवलपमेंट के माध्यम से और रिकॉर्ड समय में इंडस्ट्री ने उसे प्रोड्यूस किया। न केवल देश के लिए, हमने विदेशों को तक को भेजा। तो ये इम्पोर्टेंट रोल हमें समझ में आता है कि इंडस्ट्रीज, और हमने देखा कि कुछ एरिया में हमें एक्सेप्ट भी करना चाहिए कि हमें कुछ कंट्री ने डोमिनेट किया। फार्मास्यूटिकल में यदि हम रॉ मटेरियल्स की बात करें, तो हमने तय किया कि हम किस तरीके से, एक जो महत्वपूर्ण आयाम है कि आत्मनिर्भरता, ये किसी भी नेशन और समाज के लिए कितना अत्यंत आवश्यक है। तो इस और इंडस्ट्रीज को आगे ले जाने के लिए केंद्र सरकार ने और स्टेट गवर्नमेंट ने बहुत सारे इनिशिएटिव्स लिए हैं, स्कीम्स लिए हैं। आज मुझे इस कार्यक्रम के माध्यम से हमारे सब जान पाएंगे कि काइंड ऑफ इनिशिएटिव एंड स्कीम्स प्रमोट जो स्टेट गवर्नमेंट ने और सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट ने लिए। आज ये अवसर है जब हम शो कर सकें कि मध्य प्रदेश की हमारी इंडस्ट्रियल स्ट्रेंथ कितनी है, और ये बहुत ही एक प्राइम स्टेट के रूप में अमंग द इंडस्ट्रियल सेक्टर उभर के आया है मध्य प्रदेश, इन टर्म्स ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट, इन टर्म्स ऑफ एनी काइंड ऑफ इंडस्ट्री एस्टेब्लिशमेंट इन MP। आज इंदौर की बात करें, मालनपुर की बात करें, भोपाल इटसेल्फ, हर जगह एक बड़ी इंडस्ट्रीज, और अलग अलग एरिए में, चाहे वो नए एरिए की बात करें, हम बायोटेक्नोलॉजी की बात करें और IT के सेक्टर में, और इन ऑल एरियाज, ऑटोमोबाइल्स का हमारा बहुत बड़ा एक सेक्टर है मध्य प्रदेश में। और तो और एक इम्पॉर्टेंट चीज जो इस कार्यक्रम के माध्यम से मैं जो हम सब जान पाएंगे कि इंडस्ट्री एकेडमिया का जो पार्टनरशिप है, जो R&D इज रिक्वायर्ड फॉर इंडस्ट्री है, वो सक्सेस स्टोरीज हम कुछ जान पाएंगे कि किस तरीके से आज इम्पोर्टेंट है। पूरी दुनिया का अपनी एक स्टडी है और ये एस्टेब्लिश्ड फैक्ट है कि हम एकेडमिया के साथ मिलके, R&D सेंटर्स के साथ मिलके, R&D इंस्टीट्यूट के साथ मिलके किस तरीके से अपनी इंडस्ट्रीज को प्रमोट कर सकते हैं, उनके लिए जो रिक्वायर्ड टेक्नोलॉजिकल डेवलपमेंट है हम उसको प्रमोट कर सकते हैं। सिस्टम पूरे प्रदेश, और उसके लिए बहुत काम किया भी जा रहा है। माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी जो इस मध्य प्रदेश काउंसिल ऑफ साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी के अध्यक्ष भी हैं, पूरे प्रदेश में एक स्टार्टअप इकोसिस्टम के लिए, वो प्रदेश से जहाँ ऑनरेबल प्राइम मिनिस्टर ने मध्य प्रदेश की अपनी एक स्टार्टअप पॉलिसी अभी रिसेंटली लॉन्च की, हमारी अपनी इंडस्ट्रियल पॉलिसी है, उसके प्रमोशन के लिए पूरा प्रदेश इकोसिस्टम डेवलप करने, मॉल एक सिंगल विंडो फैसिलिटीज के लिए आगे आ रहे हैं इंडस्ट्रीज के लिए, कि वो किस तरीके से हमें आगे। ये अवसर भी है कि हम अपने छात्रों को, स्टूडेंट्स को बताएं कि कितना पोटेंशियल है इंडस्ट्रीज के क्षेत्र में, और अपनी आत्मनिर्भरता के लिए केवल जॉब सेक्टर ही नहीं है, अपनी खुद की ओन इंडस्ट्रीज डेवलप करना और उसको चलाना, वो एक अलग ही गौरव का भाव है। उसके लिए उससे आप जॉब सीकर की जगह जॉब प्रोवाइडर बनते हैं, आप कम्युनिटी के लिए सर्विसेज देते हैं, आप देश के कंट्रीब्यूशन, देश को आगे ले जाने के लिए कंट्रीब्यूट करते हैं, तो कितना इम्पोर्टेंट है। और आज बहुत अवेलेबल है, सारी CSR लैब है, IITs हैं, NITs हैं, R&D इंस्टीट्यूशंस हैं, इनोवेशंस हैं, स्टार्टअप्स हैं, बहुत टेक्नोलॉजिकल डेवलपमेंट हुआ। आवश्यकता इस बात की है कि उन टेक्नोलॉजीज को हम स्टेट में ट्रांसफर कर सकें, स्टेट में हम अपने वुड बी एंटरप्रेन्योर को, हमारे स्टूडेंट्स को, हमारे रिसर्चर्स को हम उन टेक्नोलॉजी से कनेक्ट करके प्रेरित कर सकें एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम के माध्यम से कि ये वो क्षेत्र हैं जिनमें वो इन टेक्नोलॉजीज के साथ अपनी ओन इंडस्ट्री इस्टेब्लिश कर सकते हैं और अपने लिए ही नहीं दूसरों को भी जॉब प्रोवाइड कर सकते हैं। इसी तरीके से मैं आज बहुत बड़ी आवश्यकता है मध्य प्रदेश में आज एमएसएमई सेक्टर की हम बात करें तो इसका एक प्रमुख योगदान है। हमारे जीडीपी के कंट्रीब्यूशन में भी है और प्रदेश की अपनी व्यवस्था में भी बहुत, और आज इसको आवश्यकता है कि हमारी एमएसएमई सेक्टर को हम अपस्किल्ड करें। उनके लिए जो भी एक टेक्नोलॉजिकल सॉल्यूशन है कि एक बेहतर प्रोडक्ट बनाने के लिए एक कॉस्ट इफेक्टिव टेक्नोलॉजी, उनको नई टेक्नोलॉजी देने के लिए हम क्या कर सकते हैं सो दैट उनके प्रोडक्ट की क्वालिटी बढ़े, उनकी
I think there is a technical issue.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. Yes, sir. I think due to technical issue, I think there is a problem. That's why our Director General has been disconnected. I'm requesting to you all, please kindly wait for 2 minutes. We are trying to sort it out as soon as possible. Yeah. Yeah, I think due to network issue, I think our Director General sir is left the program. He will probably join soon. So as I have to proceed in next, I'm requesting to our today's special guest, Shri Pradeep Karambelkar sir, founder Vision Base Network Bhopal. Shri Pradeep Karambelkar sir is a passionate entrepreneur, startup mentor, seed investor, and founder of Vision Base Network. He has a great experience in a various organizations as a founder and director. His flagship company, Vision Invest Tech Private Limited, which he started in 2004 as investment product distribution company. He is the executive director of BNI Bhopal. He brought BNI to Bhopal which is world's largest referral marketing platform. He founded and established Seva Health, Digital Health Asset Management. He is the publisher of Investment Avenue, bilingual weekly newspaper. Mr. Pradeep Karambelkar is one of the key builders of the startup ecosystem of Madhya Pradesh. He now has a new avenue of export-import consulting, Aatmnirbharta Global Trade Service, Action Coach, world's biggest business coaching. So I'm requesting you, sir, kindly give your address, sir. Please, sir. Over to you, sir.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning,
Are you able to listen?
Yeah, yes, sir. You're audible.
Thank you. So thank you, MPCST, MPCST, for giving this opportunity. My special thanks to Dr. Kothari and Dr. Anita for inviting me for this thought-provoking seminar workshop today online. Though now online era is after Corona a little bit slow, but still I am a good believer of that online has made our life easy. So sometimes Corona has given us this opportunity, जिसको कहते हैं ना अभिशाप वरदान हो जाते हैं। तो इतनी आसानी से हम सब ऑनलाइन इतनी बड़ी कॉन्फ्रेंसेस अपने अपने ऑफिसेज में बैठ के कर पाते हैं। मुझे लगता है ये भी एक कोरोना का ही वरदान है और उसके कारण हम बहुत सारी चीजों में टेक्नोलॉजी बेस्ड हो गए हैं। आत्मनिर्भर भारत और आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव बहुत शानदार कार्यक्रम है और जिस तरह से कोठारी साहब अपने वक्तव्य में कह रहे थे कि इंडस्ट्री का एक पैराडाइम शिफ्ट हुआ है, एक पूरा शिफ्ट आया है पिछले कई वर्षों में, खास तौर पे कोरोना के बाद। मैं 10 मिनट लूंगा जो आपने मुझे समय दिया है और कोशिश करूंगा कि किस तरह से मैं और हमारी इंडस्ट्री इसको देख रही है, या मैं ज्यादातर बात करूंगा उस क्षेत्र के बारे में जो हमारे आजादी के अमृत महोत्सव का एक बहुत बड़ा हिस्सा है। वो है टेक्नोलॉजी, स्टार्टअप्स, इनोवेशन और इन चीजों पे हम कैसे काम कर रहे हैं और क्या नई चीजें हम देख रहे हैं। जैसा हम सबको मालूम है कि वोकल से लोकल को वोकल करने के लिए वोकल हमने यहाँ से शुरुआत की और उसके बाद जो कोरोना आया उसके बाद जैसे जैसे हमने अपने देश में स्वदेशी को बढ़ावा दिया, बहुत सारी इंडस्ट्रीज हमारे देश में आई, बहुत सारी चीजें हमारे देश में होने लगी। और जैसा कोठारी साहब कह रहे थे कि बहुत सारी चीजें हमने अपने यहाँ प्रोड्यूस करना शुरू की, खास तौर पे वैक्सीनेशन, पीपीई किट और बहुत सारी चीजें। अभी हमें अचानक पता लगा कि हमें भी बहुत सारी सामर्थ्य है। कई बार क्या होता है सामर्थ्य का पता नहीं चलता, पर सामर्थ्य का पता इस समस्या के कारण आन पड़ा कि हमें पता लगा कि हमें इतनी अधिक सामर्थ्य है कि हम ये सब कर सकते हैं और दुनिया को भी दे सकते हैं। वहां से ये शुरुआत हुई। अब मैं आपको यहाँ पर बतलाना चाहूंगा कि ये शुरुआत अब बढ़ती जा रही है धीरे धीरे। भारत में और सभी राज्य और भारत सरकार एक चीज को बहुत तेजी से समझ रहे हैं कि दो चीजें इंडस्ट्रीज में होने वाली है। देखिए, हम अभी इंडस्ट्री एकेडमिया की बात कर रहे थे, साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी की बात कर रहे थे, तो एक तो सबसे बड़ा पैराडाइम शिफ्ट जो लगातार देखने में आ रहा है, चूंकि मैं स्टार्टअप वर्ल्ड से आता हूँ, इंक्यूबेशन से आता हूँ, तो आपको बताऊं सबसे बड़ा पैराडाइम शिफ्ट तो ये है सर कि आज की डेट में नॉलेज जो है वो बड़ी इंडस्ट्री हो गई है। और पहले क्या होता था, फाइनेंशियल इंडस्ट्री माने पैसे वाले जो लोग होते थे उनके यहाँ नॉलेज सेगमेंट को काम करना पड़ता था। आज एक बहुत बड़ा चेंज ये आया है कि नॉलेज इंपॉर्टेंट हो गई है, इनोवेशन इंपॉर्टेंट हो गया है और जिनके पास पैसा है वो पूछ रहे हैं भाई साहब कुछ नया बताइए, कुछ नया इनोवेशन दीजिए, वी कैन फंड यू। दिस इज अ बिग शिफ्ट विच हैज कम, जहां पर सामने वाला व्यक्ति लगातार कह रहा है कम विथ आइडिया, come with a knowledge. So I must say that this is a new shift where लक्ष्मी के साथ साथ सरस्वती बहुत ऊपर आ गई है। नॉलेज और इंडस्ट्री की बहुत जरूरत हो गई। भारत मध्य प्रदेश शासन की, जैसे आपको मैंने बताया, कोठारी जी बतला रहे थे कि हमारी एक एमएसएमई की नई पॉलिसी आई है, उस पॉलिसी को अगर आप ध्यान से देखेंगे तो वहां पर भी प्रोडक्ट इनोवेशन की बात की गई है, सर्विस के अलावा प्रोडक्ट इनोवेशन की बात की गई है। अर्थात हम ये सोच रहे हैं, हम ये चाहते हैं और हमारी सरकारें चाहती हैं कि हम किस तरह से न केवल सैस बेस्ड प्रोडक्ट टेक्नोलॉजी प्रोजेक्ट बल्कि रियल प्रोडक्ट्स पे काम करें, इनोवेशन कर सकें। और सारी दुनिया में स्टार्टअप वर्ल्ड में इंक्यूबेशन में एक नई चीज उभर के आई है, वो ये कि आप अगर ध्यान से देख रहे होंगे तो जितने भी दुनिया के बड़े कॉर्पोरेट्स हैं आज की डेट में अपना एक कॉर्पस बना रहे हैं। They are creating their own funds, their own venture funds, angel funds. They are creating, and what they are doing, दे आर गिविंग इनोवेशंस आइडियाज टू द यंगस्टर्स स्टार्टअप्स। एक ये बहुत बड़ा जो कोलैबोरेशन कोठारी साहब कह रहे थे कि इंडस्ट्री एकेडेमिया का कैसे होगा और किस तरह से स्टार्टअप नई दुनिया से जुड़ेंगे, तो इसको देखिए आप कि आज की डेट में मर्सिडीज ने, क्योंकि देखिए जितने भी बड़े कॉरपोरेट हैं वो अपने स्ट्रक्चर से, अपने एम्प्लॉइज पुराने से चले आ रहे हैं, उनका जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन स्ट्रक्चर है उसमें वो बहुत कुछ नया नहीं सोच पाते। यहाँ पर कॉर्पोरेट्स ने दुनिया भर के, मैं अभी बता दूं, मर्सिडीज ने रिसेंटली अपना एक प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट भारत के स्टार्टअप्स के साथ सॉल्व किया है। तो दिस इज हैपनिंग। बड़ी कंपनियां लगातार देख रही हैं कि ऐसा कौन सा स्टार्टअप है या ऐसी कौन सी इनोवेशन है जो उनकी इंडस्ट्री में नहीं है, वो उस स्टार्टअप को या तो फंड कर रहे हैं या एक्वायर कर रहे हैं। तो ये एक नया पैराडाइम आया है। अब केवल वही स्टार्टअप चलने की जरूरत नहीं है जिसको रोज नया आइडिया आ रहा है। अब वो स्टार्टअप और वो इनोवेशन भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है जो चलती हुई इंडस्ट्रीज में हमको इनोवेशन दे सकता है, चलती हुई इंडस्ट्री के ट्रेडिशनल रूप को चेंज करके नए रूप में जा सकता है। वो भी हमारे लिए एक इम्पॉर्टेंट हो सकता है, ये बहुत जरूरी है। और इसीलिए आप अगर देखेंगे तो ऐसे बहुत सारी संस्थाएं हैं और बहुत सारे ऐसे ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस हैं जहां पर आप अगर देखेंगे तो वहां पर इस तरह का प्रयास चल रहा है कि किस तरह से हम इन दोनों को साथ में मिला सकें। तो साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी विभाग से भी मैं ये कहूंगा कि अगर हम इस तरह का प्रयास करें जहां पर इंडस्ट्री लगातार एक ऐसे प्लेटफॉर्म पर हम स्टार्टअप और इंडस्ट्रीज को ला सकें जहां पर इंडस्ट्री के जो प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट्स हैं उनको हम स्टार्टअप के इनोवेशन से क्लब कर सकें, अगर ये दोनों चीजें होती हैं, सो यू विल फाइंड अ वंडरफुल थिंग हैपनिंग इन आवर इंडस्ट्री। सो दैट इज द वन थिंग विच इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इन आवर इंडस्ट्री टू ग्रो, जहां पर हमको इनोवेशन के लिए नए लोगों की आवश्यकता लेनी चाहिए और करनी भी चाहिए, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। इसके अलावा आप एक चीज देखेंगे, जैसा आज आप देख रहे हैं हम सब वर्चुअल वर्ल्ड में मिल रहे हैं, आने वाले समय में एआई की महत्ता बढ़ती जाएगी, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस बढ़ता जाएगा और एक बहुत बड़ा सेगमेंटेशन कंज्यूमरिज्म में भी खड़ा हो जाएगा। कंज्यूमरिज्म में इसलिए खड़ा हो जाएगा सर कि अभी तक जो भी इंडस्ट्री की जो रीच थी वो कस्टमर के ग्रुप के हिसाब से थी, होमोजीनियस ग्रुप के हिसाब से कस्टमर पिचिंग होती थी। एआई के प्रभाव के बढ़ने के कारण अब हम इंडिविजुअल पर सीमित हो गए। अब हम जितने प्रोडक्ट स्पेसिफिकेशन, प्रोडक्ट की लाइफ साइकिल, प्रोडक्ट की चॉइस, ये हम सब एक व्यक्तिगत लोग के हिसाब से भी बनाते हैं, क्योंकि एआई प्रत्येक व्यक्ति के माइंड को भी रीड कर लेता है और उस हिसाब से हमको मार्केटिंग स्ट्रेटेजीज और ये सब चीजें बनानी पड़ेंगी। तो इंडस्ट्री के लिए ये भी प्रेशर होगा कि इंडस्ट्री एक नए ढंग से सोचे, व्यक्तिगत जो लोगों के इंटरेस्ट हैं, व्यक्तिगत जो बाइंग बिहेवियर है, उसको ध्यान रखते हुए इनको काम करना पड़ेगा। So this is a very interesting thing which is happening in industry. Similarly, in education field, if you see in the education industry, you will have a great push of AR VR. आप देखेंगे कि आने वाले समय में augmented reality and virtual reality will have a great impact on education sector, new education policy और ये जितनी भी चीजें हैं, क्योंकि आने वाले समय में दूर से दूर तक के लोगों को बेस्ट टीचर AR VR से प्राप्त हो सकता है। तो आने वाले समय में ऐसे लोगों की भी बहुत आवश्यकता होगी जो वीडियो कंटेंट बहुत अच्छा बात कर सकते हैं, जो वीडियो कंटेंट पे दूसरे का ध्यान आकर्षित कर सकते हैं, ऐसे लोग जो वीडियो पे बेहतर अपना प्रेजेंटेशन कर सकते हैं। ऐसे लोग भी आने वाले समय में बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होंगे इंडस्ट्री के लिए। एजुकेशन इंडस्ट्री में भी ये काफी बड़ा शिफ्ट होगा, क्योंकि मैं ये मानता हूँ कि जो ऑफलाइन का मजा है, जो ऑफलाइन की कनेक्टिविटी है, वो अपनी जगह है, पर ऑनलाइन में भी अब धीरे धीरे इमोशनल्स और जैसे जैसे हम वेब 3 की दुनिया में जाएंगे जहां हम इमोशंस को भी क्लब कर पाएंगे टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ, हमको लगता है, मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि आने वाले समय में एक बहुत बड़ा चेंज हम सबको देखने को मिलेगा इस टेक्नोलॉजी के। वन मोर थिंग आई वांट टू टेल, क्योंकि बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट सुन रहे होंगे या ऐसे बहुत सारे साथी होंगे कि एक, जैसे सर कह रहे थे कि अब हमें जॉब देने वाला बनना चाहिए जॉब लेने वाले के बजाय, पर दोनों ही सेगमेंट में एक बड़ी अच्छी वेबसाइट है, आप सबको मैं रिकमेंड करता हूँ, बहुत जगह जाता हूँ वहाँ रिकमेंड करता हूँ, willrobottexmyjob.com। willrobottexmyjob.com एक वंडरफुल साइट है। अगर आप इसको देखेंगे और आप पाएंगे कि इस साइट पर जाकर अगर आप अपने बनने वाले कैरियर या होने वाले कैरियर या जिस क्षेत्र में आप कार्य कर रहे हैं उसमें आप देख सकते हैं कि वो कितने समय बाद वो क्षेत्र रोबोट के द्वारा ऑपरेशनल हो जाए। बड़ा अद्भुत है। आप जिस क्षेत्र को अच्छा समझ रहे हैं, इनोवेटिव सोच रहे हैं, नया सोच रहे हैं, हो सकता है 5 साल बाद उसमें रोबोट काम करने लगे। So just go through willrobottexmyjob.com और आपको पता लगेगा ऐसी बहुत सारी इंडस्ट्रीज हैं जहां पर रोबोट्स भी आने लगे और हिंदुस्तान में भी मैन्युफैक्चरिंग यूनिट्स में बहुत जगह पर शॉप स्तर, शॉप फ्लोर पर, नीचे वाले फ्लोर पर रोबोट्स मिलने लगेंगे, एंड रोबोट्स विल डेफिनेटली चेंज द थिंग्स विच विल हैपन. वी हैव टू बी, रोबोट हमारे बेसिक काम कर रहे होंगे, और एज ह्यूमन वी हैव टू डू मोर डेटा सेंट्रिक वर्क, वी हैव टू वर्क टुवर्ड्स मोर डेटा enrichments, how to implement data, how to interpret data. हम सबको उस बारे में बात करना पड़ेगा. जॉब की कोई कमी नहीं आएगी, लेकिन नए तरह के जॉब क्रिएट होते चले जाएंगे. इसके अलावा जिस तरह से मैं मध्य प्रदेश में देख रहा हूँ, फूड प्रोसेसिंग के लिए ओएनडीपी और ये सारी योजनाएं आ रही, वन डिस्ट्रिक्ट वन प्रोडक्ट, वी विल हैव वंडरफुल अपॉर्चुनिटी इन फूड प्रोसेसिंग इंडस्ट्री इन मध्य प्रदेश. और वो काफी तेजी से आगे बढ़ रही है. गवर्नमेंट जिस तरह से उसमें सब्सिडीज दे रही है और जिस तरह से उसमें प्रमोट कर रही है, मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि हमारे सभी साथियों को फूड प्रोसेसिंग ओएनडीपी के जो वेरियस साधन है उसका जरूर उपयोग करना चाहिए. एंड इंडस्ट्री आल्सो लुकिंग फॉर इट. एज फार एज मैन्युफैक्चरिंग इज कंसर्न, we are doing well in contract manufacturing, because बड़ी कंपनियां, बड़े ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस, जैसे अपने भोपाल में अगर देखिए तो वॉल्वो से लेकर पीएनजी के कॉन्ट्रैक्ट मैन्युफैक्चरर, यूनिलीवर के कॉन्ट्रैक्ट मैन्युफैक्चरर, भोपाल में बड़े नाम हैं. यूनिलीवर के कॉन्ट्रैक्ट मैन्युफैक्चरर, पीएनजी के कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, बिग पीपल, एंड दे हैव डन ग्रेट जॉब. तो हमारे देश में बड़ी कंपनियां कॉन्ट्रैक्ट मैन्युफैक्चरिंग को बहुत बढ़ावा देंगी. जहां भी बड़े प्लांट, बड़ी कंपनियां मल्टीनेशनल्स अगर लाएंगे, तो भारत को एक बहुत बड़ा अवसर है कि हम कॉन्ट्रैक्ट मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में काम कर सकें, और उसमें हम वह उत्पाद बना सकें जो विश्व स्तरीय हो. हमें अपने विश्व स्तरीय होने का प्रमाण अवश्य देना पड़ेगा, ताकि हम जो भी कुछ कर रहे हों उसमें हम विश्व स्तरीय हो. सो फूड प्रोसेसिंग, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट नोट, AR VR, robotic world, and collaboration with corporates and startups. These are the key points which we will see as industry will definitely work it out. One more thing, आपको शायद पता होगा, government has launched ONDC, Open Market Digital Commerce, and this body has been created under Department of Investment Promotion, Government of India. और ONDC मुझे लगता है 15 अगस्त के समय कहीं ये लॉन्च हो जाएगी. ONDC एक ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म है जहां पर $1000 बिलियन की रिटेल इंडस्ट्री, भारतीय रिटेल इंडस्ट्री को गवर्नमेंट कॉमर्स पे एक प्लेटफॉर्म पे लाना चाहती है. अर्थात टू फाइट विद बिगीज ऑफ द रिटेल मार्केट and to empower the local entrepreneurs, local traders, local manufacturers, Government of India has launched ONDC. And ONDC will be a great boom, I believe, where every small restaurant, kirana store, and everybody will have a facility with small amounts become online. To establish the whole shop, they can do commerce, they can do deliveries, they have everything which big companies do. So government is enabling it, and I think this will another change. रिटेल इंडस्ट्री में एक बहुत बड़ा बूम आ सकता है. रिटेल इंडस्ट्री में बहुत सारी चीजें ऐसी हो सकती हैं जो शायद अभी तक हुई नहीं थी, क्योंकि हर गांव शहर का व्यक्ति डिजिटल कॉमर्स पर आ जाएगा. और मध्य प्रदेश शासन की बात करें तो मध्य प्रदेश शासन लगातार क्लस्टर्स के माध्यम से आगे बढ़ रहा है. हमारे जो एमएसएमई मंत्री हैं वो भी लगातार क्लस्टर पे बात करते हैं, और बहुत अच्छा एक उनका विचार है कि हम क्लस्टर के माध्यम से, सकलेचा साहब, वो जब भी मैं सुनता हूँ कि ऑलवेज टॉक अबाउट एमएसएमई एंड उनके क्लस्टर्स. और क्लस्टर्स में हम टॉय क्लस्टर की बात करें, लेदर क्लस्टर की बात करें, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक क्लस्टर की बात करें, इन सभी क्षेत्रों में हम अलग अलग शहरों को हमने आइडेंटिफाई कर लिया है और क्लस्टर डिवाइड कर रहे हैं. और हमारे जैसे जितने भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, चाहे वो टाई हो, CII हो, पीटी चैम्बर हो, हम सभी सरकार के साथ काम करने का फिक्की हो, हम सभी सरकार के साथ प्रयास कर रहे हैं कि हम किस तरह से उन क्लस्टर डेवलपमेंट्स को कर सकें. और मेरा पर्सनली ये मानना है कि मध्य प्रदेश एक ऐसा प्रदेश है जहां पर हम IT स्किलिंग एंड ट्रेनिंग का वर्ल्ड का हब बनाया जा सकता है. We have great space, we have great infrastructure, we can create that. आप सोच के देखिए, जितनी भी बड़ी कंपनियां बैंगलोर में आई थी, जितनी भी बड़ी कंपनियां बैंगलोर में बनी थी, वहां हुआ क्या था, प्राइवेट बिल्डर्स को गवर्नमेंट ने अलाउ किया था, एंड दे हैव क्रिएटेड द ह्यूज कमर्शियल बिल्डिंग्स, एंड वेयर गूगल एंड एवरी बिग कंपनीज हैव स्टार्टेड देयर ऑफिसेस. Can we have similar thing in Madhya Pradesh also? We can do that also, where we can create a grand infrastructure where all these big companies can send their employees for IT and science trainings. They can be equipped and then can send back to the companies again. So this can be done in Madhya Pradesh in a big way. I believe that in Madhya Pradesh can become a big center for IT skilling centers and all those things. So these are the few points which I want to discuss with all of you, and I think my 10 minutes are over, 12 minutes are over. So thank you again, MPCST, for giving this opportunity. Thank you, Dr. Kothari, for giving this opportunity to me. And thanks a lot. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Pradeep sir. I hope whatever you have shared with us, definitely MP Council of Science and Technology follow your guidelines, and your support will be with us, especially the points you have covered, especially in the field of cluster making, cluster development, leather, and other art and craft, and about the industrial sectors. So we are trying our best to get associated with some other R&D institutions, and some fruitful action shall be taken by the MP Council of Science and Technology. Thank you very much, sir. As next, Dr. Devri Datta sir was with us, but due to some urgent work, he has to rush to that work, so he is unable to join the program. So in a next, I am requesting Dr. Anita Tilwari, Madam, Senior Scientist, MP Council of Science and Technology, kindly give the presentation about the MP Council of Science and Technology initiatives. Dr. Anita Tilwari, over to you, ma'am, please.
Okay, good morning, everyone. As we know that we are celebrating Azadi ka Amrit Mahotsav under the theme Science, State Science and Technology Program SSTP, under the theme Aatmnirbharta and Industry. I am Dr. Anita Tilwari, Senior Scientist at Center of Excellence in Biotechnology in Madhya Pradesh Council of Science and Technology. Next. Basically, Madhya Pradesh Council of Science and Technology is working with different objectives, some of which are identified, like identified areas for science and technology intervention for achieving the socio-economic objectives of the state. To advise government on policies and measures necessary to promote utilization of science and technology for achievement of socio-economic objectives of the state. We are also supporting, in the objective, we are also supporting and coordinating, promoting R&D projects, programs to achieve specific objectives and management of natural resources through various institutions and organizations in the state. We promote, the objective is to promote the popularization of science and technology, inculcate scientific temper and attitude, and creation of excellence and capacity building among the people of the state. To interact with other state councils and the national science bodies, science and technology bodies with similar objectives and related objectives. To recognize through prizes, awards for meritorious R&D work in science and technology in Madhya Pradesh, and to accelerate the process of modernization in Madhya Pradesh through the use of science and technology. Next. We have, in the Madhya Pradesh Council of Science and Technology, there are some centers which are established, like Remote Sensing Application Center, Rural Technology Application Center, Climate Change and Research Center, Advanced Research Instrumentation Facility Center, where we are having Center of Excellence in Biotechnology, Quality Assurance Laboratory for Madhya Pradesh, and the Plant Tissue Culture Laboratory, by which we are also giving developing the skill developed employees. We are also having other activities of MP Council of Science and Technology, such as we are having Mission Excellence Program, we are having MP Science Networks programs, Science and Technology Popularization and Research Development Facilities we are having. We have developed Dongla Planetarium Observatory Complex and establishing Science Park in Jabalpur. We are also having, we have also developed Resource Atlas of Madhya Pradesh, and we are having Patent Information Center in our Madhya Pradesh Council of Science and Technology. These activities are also going on with the same objectives. This is the slide where we are showing that the MP Council of Science and Technology also supports to the NGOs, R&D framework, innovators, and different schemes, such as scientific validation of traditional knowledge, research and development, science popularization, science for socio-economic development, and Navachar Pratsahan. These are some of the thrust areas where we are giving support to the R&D projects and to the NGOs in science for socio-economic development and science popularization programs. Next. We are also having the technology transfer scheme, where we are basically implementing and demonstrating the technologies from CSIR, DSIR related companies and the DRDOs. Here you can see the makeshift clinic which we have implemented. This technology is basically developed and transferred by CSIR, there is Central Building Research Institute, Roorkee, and the CSIR MPRI Bhopal. And this technology is implemented by us with CSIR MPRI. This basically the place in Bhopal, it is in government JP hospital. We have organized it in COVID time. And the space which is given to this makeshift clinic is 500 square feet. The facilities which we have provided in this makeshift clinic is for registration and computer, space for temperature and oximeter, sampling, medicine and doctor cabin we have given. The specific feature of this makeshift clinic is it is foldable, it is durable, fast to erect, with water, wind and fire resistant, easy to transport, and cost effective and reusable it is. Then we have also implemented some other technologies from DRDO and Atomic Energy Department. That is BARC. It is this Aakruti Tech Park or Aakruti Tech Pack, we can say. It is an this is exclusively for rural deployment on chargeable basis. And this technology pack has introduced in 2009 for desirous technically oriented individuals, which including women entrepreneurs, universities, colleges and villages. And this technology is basically to promote the techno-economic activity in rural sectors through Aakruti program. And this we are MPCST is going to procure 16 different technology licensed from this Aakruti Park, and we are implementing in Madhya Pradesh. Some of the technologies which are given like domestic water purifier, we are procuring previous one. Okay. Other technologies such as bamboo tissue culture technique, this rapid reproduction and sustainable micro propagation protocol we have purchased for banana tissue culture, for banana plant tissue culture technology, and rapid composting technology for decomposition of dry leaves, kitchen waste and temple waste. We have also procured solar dry 25 kg, higher quality respiratory face mask, shelf life extension of farm fresh ripe quinoa fruits, process for long lasting ready to eat fruits, soil organic carbon detection and testing kits. These all are the techniques which are procured, and these are basically chargeable basis given to the rural population. Next. These are some of the photographs which is given that how this BARC has developed some technologies, and DRDO also has developed these technologies for their for the population of India. And these technologies we are giving to the rural peoples for high-end technology. This high-end technology we are giving to the rural peoples. Here we have developed development of instant fish soup powder, and you can see that papaya, pineapple, apple, banana, mango chips are there. Processing food, large lasting, ready to eat fruits. These are okay. Next. We are also having innovation promotion cell, and its objective is to related to agriculture, machinery and practices. It's also tool and machinery used by the artisans like carpenters, blacksmiths, potters and weavers. To promote innovation in mechanism of bicycle, rickshaws, hand truck, bullock cart, etc. It is also in the application of non-conventional energy and teaching and research in science and technology. Next. These are some of the innovations which are submitted by the innovators. Next. Some of them are given like Yashraj Sunahare from Bhopal. He has given disaster relief drone. Gopal Kumar Deshmukh from Bhopal. He has HPDI system he has given. And Satish Tamrakar ji polythene waste में concrete block. ये उन्होंने इजाद किया था और ये टेक्नोलॉजी दी गई है, इनोवेट सबमिट की गई है. रियाज रेख जी ने मोटराइज डिप्लॉयबल मैकेनिज्म फॉर व्हीकल शेड दिया है. इस तरह से हमारी टेक्नोलॉजीज कुछ आई हैं जो हम लोगों ने जो डेवलप हुई हैं और सबमिटेड है. नेक्स्ट. We are having patent information center, and patent information center in our council is basically working on trademark field development, trademark registrations, IPR awareness workshops, IPR awareness programs, lectures on IPR, and also giving copyright field to the new innovators. Next. We are also having one laboratory in Abadillah. This is in district Raisen. It is a Madhya Pradesh Council of Science and Technologies laboratory. And here we are developing different protocols for medicinal plants and also training and skilling the peoples like farmers, students, and women to develop new plants. And this technology are next. On the basis of these technologies, some of the institutions has been developed, or we can say that the laboratories or the ventures are developed by different trainers, trained peoples which are trained by MP Council of Science and Technology, like Sejan Biotech India Tissue Culture Laboratory in Vidisha district and Sri Mukund Biotech in Tissue Culture Lab in Jabalpur. They are developing different protocols for different medicinal plants and giving it to the farmers. Next. We are also having locus technology for edible mushroom cultivation. We are also training and skilling women, students, farmers for self-employment generation. And one of the example that a trainee who is trained from the MP Council of Science and Technology has developed her own venture, that is Beti Biotech Era Transforming India. It is upskilling traditional knowledge, that is mushroom, and now she is earning 6 to 7 crores per annum. Her turnover is 6 to 7 crore per annum. Next, it is in Indore. We are also giving skilling people for in organic waste management or organic farming, and this is also very important for the farmers. They are gaining good profit by this technology, and they are making their own entrepreneurship and selling their products to the market. Next. And one more thing is that we are also exploring the CSR funding from the industries. We are taking this fund and then generating employment for the tribal peoples. So this we have trained in Balaghat. You can see that this is in Malajkhand area of Balaghat. We have taken CSR fund from the industries and given this training program, different training programs on mushroom cultivation, Kechua Khat Nirman, jute, baans, and some other samagris. And next, we have also given them the market, how to become Aatmnirbhar. So this is what we are doing in our Madhya Pradesh Council of Science and Technology. Next. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Anita. I think all the aspects related with Aatmnirbharta and industry, the initiatives which have been taken by MP Council of Science and Technology and the associate organizations, you have covered beautifully. And so as I have to proceed, so now we can start our expert invited talk on Aatmnirbharta and industry. So first of all, we are having Dr. Ruchi Sharma, Associate Dean R&D, Indian Institute of Technology. Professor Ruchi Sharma is a professor of economics in this School of Humanities and Social Science at IIT Indore. Currently, she is holding the position of Associate Dean R&D at IIT Indore. Dr. Sharma's research area is economics of innovation with a specific focus on R&D patent policies, the technology transfer, STI, and licensing. She had published research papers in international journals of reputed like Research Policy, Journal of Policy Modeling, Technology Analysis, and Strategic Management, Economics Modeling, Economics of Innovation and Technology Journals of Economics, Studies, Journal of World Intellectual Property, among others. She was a member of drafting committee of STIP 2020. So I'm requesting to Professor Ruchi Sharma kindly give their presentation. Ma'am, please, over to you, please.
Good morning. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes,
You're audible.
Yes, ma'am.
So, respected Dr. Anil Kothari ji, Chief Special Guest Shri Pradeep ji and Devapriya Datta ji. First of all, I would like to thank MPCST for giving me this opportunity to talk about IIT Indore during this extensive celebration of Vigyan Utsav, which is a part of Azadi ka Amrit Mahotsav. So thank you very much and a very good morning to all of you. So as you know that IIT Indore, it was established as part of the new IITs which was set up in this 2009. So at that time, it was one of those 8 new IITs established by MHRD, now Ministry of Education. And now we are a part of the so-called second generation, first generation, second generation, and third generation IITs have also come up. So since then, IIT Indore has come really a long way in the 13 years of existence. In most recent times, what we've seen is that in the QS World University ranking, we got 396 position, which is amongst the second generation IITs in that sense is best. In terms of NIRF ranking also, IIT Indore has been doing very well. One thing I think from the beginning, which was laid emphasis on when even in the so-called the neve of IIT Indore was a very extensive research culture, and a lot more emphasis was put up in terms of what research is to be done and how it would be important and relevant for the society. And as a result, what we see today is that as we have grown, we are currently having 2,350 students, around 880 faculty members, 270 around technical and administrative staff members, with our undergraduate program in areas like mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, computer science engineering, civil engineering, as well as in metallurgical engineering. Apart from that, we have a PhD programs in all these disciplines, and MS research program, and MSc in physics and biotechnology and chemistry. There are MTech programs also in 8 specializations that are currently running in the institute. We have taken very interesting initiative in the last few years, particularly coming from what is the requirement at the society level. Like some time back, our expert was also mentioning that we need to identify what is the need of the industry. And in that context, what we found, there was a mandate from Niti Aayog. And on the basis of that mandate, IIT Indore actually initiated a Center for Electric Vehicle Technology. And that center is currently offering an MTech program in electric vehicle technology, which is in that sense a very unique and it's of its own kind. So as I was mentioning earlier, that the research ecosystem, which has developed in IIT Indore in the last 13 years, it has resulted in almost 447 R&D projects, which were around 388 crores. This has been given from different agencies, different funding agencies, including DST, DBT, SERB, Ministry of Textile, Ministry of Heavy Industry, ISRO, ICSSR, CSIR, Central Pollution Control Board, and many others. Not only that, even international funding agencies have also supported our research, including DART Germany, Department of Biotechnology, British Council, Rockefeller Foundation, Indo-UK projects, European Council, USSTF collaborative projects. So in that sense, we have received funding from national and international agencies to conduct research. That has resulted in over 4,500 publications in the international journals of repute. Apart from that, we have got DST FIS Centers of Excellence, 8, and that has received a funding of around 22 crores. Apart from that, in the recent times, what we had is in the last 6 months, in fact, we would say that there is a very renowned focus on translational research, whereby the idea is that whatever we do in terms of research, it should have its outcome and direct or indirect outcome on the society and its growth. So in that context, what we have got is a DST, funded a NMICPS scheme. Under that cyber physical system, Drishti, a CPS system that has received around 100 crores and it will be given over a 5 years. That is, in that sense, the idea is once again to bring in the technologies which would be most relevant for the society. Apart from that, I'm very glad to share that with you that IIT Indore has filed over 80 patents, and out of which almost 16 have been granted. And we have been making, very, you can say, focused efforts in order to ensure that the patents do not remain at a grant level. In fact, they do get translated and get commercialized and reach out to the people who really require them. So in that sense, what we find is that there are almost 75 technologies which are ready right now at various stages, and they're inching towards commercialization and they are in pipeline. Even during the COVID-19 situation, when the entire country was facing various hardships, what we find is that the research effort at IIT Indore was ongoing. We have made efforts in terms of creating candidate vaccine, reusable mask, UVC LEDs, SARS, COVID-2 protein, sterilization chambers, wearable optical body temperature sensors, machine learning techniques for virus detection, and also fluorescent disinfectant bricks. So these were some of the efforts which were made in terms of very you can say pointed work towards related to COVID-19 situation that the entire world was facing at that point of time. Apart from that, what we, as I was mentioning earlier, that now we have this renowned focus on translational research. Various technologies has been identified, has been developed, and the objective is to bring forward them for the industry usage. So we are making very, as I mentioned earlier, efforts towards bringing and bridging in a link between the industry requirement and what kind of technologies which are being developed here. So just to give you a few examples, one recent technology which we have transferred is low-cost colored bricks that has actually reached out to the industry. The agreements has been signed. Hopefully, we will see the final product also soon in the market. Apart from that, there is another technology which is under negotiation right now related to smart cervical collars, and we are in the talks with the industry with respect to that. Apart from that, we have, there is a patented process for a very interesting work by where we are looking at engineered biomimetic inherent antibacterial hydrogel. And in that context, the in vitro results have shown promising inherent antibacterial effect. Apart from that, electrochromic heat shielding smart windows, that has been, the work has been going on. And I'm also very glad to share one very important work which has been ongoing in currently partnering with the industry as well as hospitals, which is related to Aspire treatment, which is actually able to kill almost 90% cancerous cell, and it has also received funding from Make in India initiative. The patent has been granted, and we are now looking at a stage 3 clinical trials. Then, in terms of when I say translational research, what we are trying to capture here. Essentially, what we're trying to do is create an ecosystem within the campus itself so that the technologies which we are developed can be mapped with respect to TRL, that is technology readiness level. And higher the technology readiness level is, the higher the probability that it will be picked up by the industry and will be, commercialized and will be done, reaching out to the masses. So in that context, what we have, some of the technologies which are already reaching at a TRL level of 8, including laser-assisted Mu-3D printer for fabricating miniature devices and structures, flexible UV and NIR photo detectors, disinfection system for prevention and spread of COVID-19, development of microplasm, transferred arc metal additive manufacturing apparatus. Again, all of these 3-4 technologies which I just mentioned, they are at a TRL level 8. So in that, going forward, we see that first the technology development happened in the institute, and then in the recent times, and just now we also heard some experts talk about the startup ecosystem. So there also there is a focus of the institute on lab to land ecosystem. Earlier we used to have a center for innovation and incubation and industrial relationship and entrepreneurship, which we have now got a Section 8 company named as IITI Advanced Center for Entrepreneurship, ACE Foundation. The focus of this ACE Foundation is startup incubation and entrepreneurial related activities. So startups from IIT Indore, research labs, including our PhD students and faculty members. So we have some very exciting works going on in that area. So we have Think VLSI, which focuses on skill development, service and product development in the field of electronics, VLSI, design, IoT, AI, ML, robotic automation and electrical vehicle infrastructure, SCARS technologies, whereby developing the product using Swadeshi microprocessor challenge, smart IFAB tech, whereby we are developing 3D printing and related components to cater to industry and biomedical sector. Freebird Aerospace is essentially a DGSCA approved drone manufacturer specializing in design, development, and manufacturing of unmanned aerial vehicle that meet the regulatory aerospace standards and solve specific industry needs. So coming back to the research ecosystem which we have been talking about at IIT Indore, here I would like to bring to your notice that some of the key activities which we have been doing. For instance, we had that IP policy of the institute, which came as early as in 2015. And I think having an IP policy is very important, whether it is for any research lab or is it for any institution. Why? Because it brings an awareness among the researchers and the technicians as to what to do, how to do. And there is a CIIPAM model IP policy for academic institutions. If other institutions are looking at it, they can look at that IP model policy and can learn from that. Then, however, having a policy may not be sufficient. What we require is an enforcement and application of that policy, creating once again a setup within an organization on how it actually applies. Creating awareness is first big step in that direction. Apart from that, what we we also understand that when we talk about technology development, there are two sides of the story. One is like coming from economics background, I know there will be a demand side and there will be a supply side. So bringing together those two sides, because there will be one side which will have specific requirement, they would need that. And then there would be another side which will be developing it, supplying it. And it is very important that these two sides meet and also interact, have a communication, have a dialogue. And as a result, we are able to develop something which would be having an impact in the society. So coming in, so I will give you one example that recently we have this center for rural development in the institute, and under the with the mandate to improve the livelihood of the tribal population. So there, what we are trying to do, we are trying to bring both the sides. We are partnering with an NGO to understand the demands of this tribal and the population and their specific needs as such. And on the other side, what we are trying to do, we are creating an immersion programs for the for our BTech student and PhD students, so they can go and learn what is it that is needed on the ground. So bringing these two sides to one platform is very important. And in another way to do that is having this kind of an industry academia conclave, which once again the ideas is to bring to bring forward the demands, requirements, specific needs of the industry, and also what actually technology growth is going on. So I think this kind of programs like which has been organized by MPCST are very important steps in that direction. They can help in creating these kind of platforms much more, and bring forward both the parties and help them in communicating, and as I said earlier, have a dialogue whereby they can can talk it out. What are the challenges which are maybe from industry point of view is stopping the absorption of the technology, and also from technology point of view what remains to be done more in that sense. So I think with this my time is also up. I will stop here. Questions are most welcome. And once again, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to highlight the activities which are being done at IIT Indore.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ruchi Sharma, ma'am. It was wonderful presentation. Actually, I think you have covered all the aspects, especially low cost, the technology and the initiative taken by IIT Indore, especially low cost colored bricks, antibacterial hydrogel, and especially the initiative taken for the skill development in the field of electronics, robotics, 3D printings. And IIT Indore is also working on rural development with the association of NGOs. So it was a great initiative. We are hoping that Happy Council of Science and Technology with the joint collaboration will do better for the Madhya Pradesh and India's perspectives. Thank you very much. So in next, we have another experts for the invited talk, Dr. D.P. Mandal, Chief Scientist, CSIR, Advanced Material and Process Research Institute, Amrit, Bhopal. Dr. D.P. Mandal, Chief Scientist, CSIR, Amrit, had lightweight metallic materials, education BE Metallurgy, BTech. He has done his BTech from 1987, MTech and PhD in metallurgy in 1989 to 1995 from IIT Kharagpur. Working experience since 1992 March, scientist in CSIR. I think it is around 30 years of experience, research in development, research interest, aluminium, metal matrix, composite, aluminium and magnesium alloy, metal forms, carbon forms, foundry, squeeze casting, biometrical deformation processes, and wear of material, energy materials. Main awards: Binani Gold Medalist 2008 and 2007, SAE Awards 2030, Rural Research Ratna 2019, NASA Fellowship 1999, IIAM Model Lecture Award 2020, IISN Golden Research Award 2022. Technology developed by Aluminium Metal Matrix Composite, Fiber Reinforced Aluminium Composites, Short Fibers Performed, and others. So this was the short introduction about Dr. D.B. Mandal. Now I'm requesting to you, sir, kindly present your presentation. Over to you, sir. Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, sir.
Whether my presentation is visible?
Yeah, sir, visible, sir.
Yes,
And
sir,
you're audible also.
Good afternoon all. It's my great pleasure to get this platform to present the CSR AMP's R&D towards Atmanirbhar Bharat. तो क्यों नहीं हो रहा?
Hello. Hello. Sir, you're not audible. So your presentation is showing on the screen, but
देखो, तो नहीं है ना? इससे Mondal, sir. Sir, you are not audible, sir.
Hello?
yes, sir.
So then we also work on hydrogen generation and also water filter using nano alumina, which is suitable for arsenic and heavy material in filtration. It is as well as it is a antibiotic and antiviral filter, and it does not need any electricity and all these things. And it could be used in urban sector as well as in rural sectors. Then we are also using the waste for generation of geopolymer and as well as radiation shielding concrete. Here the geopolymer can be called as a green cement because it does not need any carbon for production of the cement. It does not generate any carbon dioxide. And this heavy density concrete from the geopolymer can be used for X-ray, gamma ray and neutron shielding. And this technology has also been transferred to the industry. Then waste to wealth means fly ash, red mud, or your marble dust, agro waste. Those have been wisely used. Technology is developed for making different kind of product like bricks, concrete, as well as your boards, means advanced composite boards, polymer composite boards as wood substitute, which has wide application in construction as well as in naval sectors and in aerospace and all these things. So it has a wide spectrum of use. So there also we can convert the waste to the wealth. Recently, and most of these technology has been licensed to the industry, and they are in the process to produce the product, and more industry can come forward in these sectors. Then we are also working on materials and devices for energy storage, because now the lithium-ion battery giving the energy, but the charging is the main difficulty, because electrical vehicles is coming into the picture. So we need to have a battery which can charge very fast, and as well as its energy output should be much higher. So we are in this direction working in the lightweight inverter battery using carbon foam as well as the aluminum ion battery. And here some industry are working with us for those development. We think we will be successful in this direction. Then 3D printing, now we have established and we are also establishing the advanced manufacturing and 3D printing setup, because we have the 3D printing setup for the polymer. But for metal 3D printing, we are now establishing, and we are in future we will be going on those directions for production, especially for the customized product. And we are also working on 3D printing for the construction sector for using the concrete. That also we are working. And we have a good setup for EMF forming, electromagnetic forming, which can be used for dissimilar metal joining, sheet forming, tube forming, and all these things. It has a vast application, and you will not get any heat affected zone within the materials, and very effective joining with this EMF forming technique. The other technique is bamboo-based composites. It has been developed because the bamboo is not a tree, it is considered as a grass. So we can produce the bamboo, and it has a very high growth rate. So we can grow the bamboo in a large scale, and we use this bamboo for making the bamboo composites. We can substitute your wood, so deforestation could be reduced. So, and this technology has been transferred to Parmali Wallace Bhopal, and we have demonstrated these things, this bamboo hut in our campus, and also we are working for the setting up few auditorium and all these things in some of our laboratories. Then we have a very good testing and characterization systems. We are working on the gold foam for the jewelry with some jewelry production units. Then we also work on smart and functional materials, mainly for the actuators, sensors, and also that energy harvesting using the piezoelectric materials, that micro energy harvesting things that we have developed, and our scientist has been awarded for that work. Here is a young scientist, CSR Young Scientist Awards. And we are establishing a graphene center where we will synthesize the graphene, we will characterize the graphene to get its quality and all these things. And also we will use this graphene for different products. So these centers has been approved. Now we are establishing its infrastructure and all these things, and within 1 or 2 years it will be available for the research. So our collaborator, if you see these are the rural carbonatizer we have produced from the aluminum foam, which is very much used if people come for the storage of vegetable, because the farmers, mainly the farmers, they could not send their vegetables to the market at time. They may need 1 or 2 days And for that things, they can store this vegetable in this climatizer where the vegetable will be remain fresh and it does not need any electric power. Then we are working with different industries as well as funding agencies, major industries with which we are working at Tata Motors, Tata Powers, Mahindra and Mahindra, Titan, Hindalco, Nalco, Parmali Prism Johnson. Prism Johnson, we have transferred the technology of lead-free X-ray radiation shielding tiles to the Prism Johnson, and they are now producing, and this will shortly come into the market. So as I am heading this department of alloys, composite and cellular materials, so I will go in details on these things. So this is the metal foam, which may be closed foam or open cell foam. This open cell foam has very high surface area, which could be used for the heat exchanger, filter, or bio implant application, whereas closed cell foam will be used for the structural application. And in this direction, we have worked significantly. The technology is developed and it is in the form of maybe TRL7. And we, the only laboratory in India, are working in this direction, and it has the application for the safety, like automobile, the crashworthiness, in defense for blast resistance application. And also what I told you in rural climatizer, as well as in lightweight structural panels, which can be used for building and construction sectors. It could be used for bunker and all these things. Today, the defense lab are coming to us for the development of blast resistance panel, and we are also working with ARAI Pune, Tata Motors, and Mahindra for use of this foam in the automobile sectors. These are the products we have made and we have tested at AIA Pune. The results are very encouraging, and now the Tata Motors and Mahindra are interacting with us for use this foam in their vehicles for crashworthiness. So these foam plates are made, then we can make the sandwich panels for the blast resistance application. And this has also been tested with the air, and results are encouraging as per Ordnance Factory, MEDAC and CBRD, a defense lab. They are also giving us a project for the development of blast resistance panel for their tank and ICBs. So because the one ICB is weighing around 50 to 60 tons, they want to reduce the weight so that mobility is increased as well as safety is not hampered. So in this direction, this has been, we have developed the technology, and they have a demand of 500 tons per annum, and for that some industry may come and or some startup may come and commercialize this technology. This is the rural climatizer. We have developed, and even at extreme summer, when the temperature is 45 degree, the inside temperature remain at 28 degree. We can store the vegetables, foods, and at least for 3 days, which would be fresh. So, for a farmer or in sabji mandi in summer, if it is installed, if it is used, the life of the or freshness of the vegetable could be extended. Another is the technique for making the foam, in situ filled foam in a tube or channel, which can be used for the automobile sectors in the pillars or in the chassis or even in the construction sectors for the door frame and all these things, its stiffness increased significantly, and it is very light, and it's absorb vibration and sound attenuation characteristics is very good. So while you will, if this is used in a car, your vibration and all this thing will be reduced. You will have a comfort driving as well as your safety purpose limit, that is crashworthiness, will be increased significantly. In the same direction, we have worked on open cell aluminum foam. I have told you that it has a very huge surface area, and we have demonstrated that this could be used as a heat exchanger, even a better heat exchanger than what we are getting in the form of fins. So that we have demonstrated in our laboratory, and this project has been completed under the Department of Mines. And these foams we can make at a scale of 150 mm to 150 mm to 20 mm thickness. So depending on your requirement, this size of the foam can be increased and it would be used. Similarly, this foam can be used for EMI shielding application, where the major component is absorbent. It can be used for the steel technology also. Then in this same direction, we have worked on develop the carbon foam of same dimension, 150 mm into 150 mm, because this is the chamber size of our furnace. And we have interacted with the industry, major battery manufacturing industry, and they are very much interested to use this carbon foam for the battery application, because the lead grid, if it is replaced with the carbon foam, weight would be reduced significantly. And the principle will be the same, because there the lead oxide will be loaded in the carbon foam, and then it will be used as the lead acid battery. Similarly, then also to improve the its performance, we have loaded these lead oxide, this carbon foam with graphene and CNT also. That is the RGO. We have infiltrated RGO into the carbon foam, and it gives improves the conductivity as well as the radiation shielding property. This is the gold foam we have made, and to improve the aesthetic view as well as to make it much lighter. It is a 95 to 85 to 95% porosity, and we can make different kind of gold, rose gold, white gold, or yellow gold for the jewelry application. Then if we have the waste like coal tar pitch or petroleum coke and all these things, from there we can have the expertise to make the carbon fiber as well as to make the high density graphite, which are very much required for the electrode and all these things. So there also some industry may come and take this know-how and to commercialize these things. Then for blast resistance and application, mainly also for lightweight structural application, some hollow balls can be infiltrated, can be incorporated into the metals we call the syntactic foam. The major required is the hollow balls. Those balls are mainly imported and very costly. Now we have developed the technology to make hollow balls of stainless steel, aluminum, titanium, and copper, which can be used for the reinforcement to make the syntactic foam. And this size of the balls can be varied from 0.5 mm to 4 mm. We have developed the technology of aluminum composite. It is totally developed technology, and we can get a very good property in cast as well as in under roll or forged condition. It will be used for the breakdown connecting rod. This breakdown has been developed for Tata Motors and which has been supplied to them for performance testing. And we are working with them. Then also we have made NDA to make the connecting rod with this aluminum metal matrix composite with the same industry, that is Tata Motors. His main advantage is that the weight of this breakdown is just 1/3 of the cast iron. So significant weight could be reduced. Its application can be shown in the other application like alloy wheels or crankshaft, then crankshaft and other brake shoes and applications. So it has much application, and it is a material which have equivalent property with the cast iron after heat treatment, and you will get, thus it could be used also for the manhole cover. It has good corrosion resistance, wear resistance, and load bearing capacity. There is the manhole cover which is very heavy, like sometimes a manhole cover of bigger manhole cover is weighing around 200 to 300 kg, and that manhole, the weight of those manhole cover will be reduced significantly. If we can reduce the weight, we can transport more number of these manhole cover. Thus the overall cost will be reduced of this manhole cover if we consider the installation, transportation, and material cost, all these things. So overall cost will be reduced. Thus there is a greater opportunity to export this manhole cover also, because in India exports a lot of manhole cover to the Western countries. So we have licensed this technology, the manhole cover, to some Bhopal industries. This is the way. These composites can be rolled even up to a thickness of 0.5 mm, and after rolling, it has a very excellent property, yield strength around 300 to 275 MPa, and UTM is around 400 MPa. This is for 50FC. If we go for the 7075 or 7X series, this can be extended, UTM can be extended up to 650 to 700 MPa. So there is a lot of scope to replace the cast iron or steel with this in the sector, in the defense as well as automobile sector, to make the vehicle lightweight, which can result in higher energy efficiency. This is the where we are working extensively for the development of advanced polymer-based composite using the different waste, because NP is generating a lot of waste material in terms of from the cement industry, from as well as from the electrical thermal power plant, aluminum industry, and the marble industry. All those dust could be used to make a very high quality composite materials which can replace our tea good, even the tea good, and it can be used in different kind of construction application. Even the corrugated sheet could be made and it can be used as a roofing sheet. So this technology has been licensed to the 3 industries, and there is a lot of scope that more number of industry come forward, and they can take the license and use the this waste product to make this kind of composite product. Similarly, one of the problem is parali burning. which generate use a lot of carbon dioxide or greenhouse gases and make the especially the NCR region and now even the MP is also. So where the lot of gases is generated, it will give the global warming as well as the air quality is reduced significantly. So this can be used. We have also used this material to make the board of commercial side of different thickness, and it can be used in different areas. And this technology is also transferred to the industry. And all this patent and all these things has been filed to industry, the startup can come forward and take this technology to make it in larger scale. The other waste use is alumina industry, that is the red mud. To use the red mud for making the shielding, X-ray shielding. That technology has been transferred to Prism Johnson Limited, and this product will be launched, I think, very shortly within 1 or 2 months. And now this technology is extended to make a much higher density material using different other chemicals to make it more denser to make it usable for gamma shielding and neutron shielding. So this is the equivalent A of gamma and neutron shielding, and Prism Johnson is very much interested, and they just to verbally confirm that they are in the process of taking this technology for gamma shielding styles. The other is that to use this red mud and fly ash mixture for getting the green cement. And this green cement is as a lot of work has been carried out, and now its flowability is controlled, and it can be used even for construction, not only for road but also for our construction sectors. And heavy density concrete has been developed using the red mud to make it suitable for neutron and gamma shielding, so that it could be used for the nuclear power plant.
सर थोड़ा शॉर्ट कर दीजिए, टाइम अपना restricted है.
Yeah, then similarly the copper drilling and fly ash and all these things have been used, and the technology is developed for making that paper blocks as well as the sea sand and sea water has been used to develop the tetrapod. And all these things are related to the rural sector, and it is the need of our population and all these things. So industry may come forward with this technology. And this is the last one. This is the bamboo composite. We have developed this technology. We have demonstrated in our campus this bamboo hut as a baitak, and it has quite good properties comparable to the teak wood, and here the bamboo could be used, and it could be converted to the composite for several applications, for the construction and furniture applications. So now some work is also we are doing for the lithium values extraction from the low-grade wood, and it is required for the incoming that is electrical vehicles for the development of high-quality battery. In summary, the CSR AMP is working in wide spectrum of areas where the few technologies, number of technologies are matured and their licensing are being done. The industry may come forward, especially micro, small, and medium scale industry come forward and and commercialize this know-how with the collaboration of CSR MP. And there is a greater scope to work on the different sectors, from rural sectors to strategic sectors, and we can collaborate with different industries as well as the R&D institute and academia. AMPRI is always looking forward to help the industries and the development of the states in different directions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mandal sir. It was a really great presentations. You have covered all the important aspects, especially in your presentation. You have covered bamboo-based composites, waste to wealth, fly ash, rat mud, marble dust, agro-waste, 3D printing, and advanced material manufacturing. Also, association with industries. The product which you have, which have been developed in CSIR AMPRI, and the association with Tata Motors, Mahindra and Mahindra. And also you have covered about, you have also briefed about the prototype of composites made by CSIR AMPRI, rural climatizer made with aluminium, carbon foam for lead acid batteries, marble based in manufacturing hybrid green composite material. So it was really a wonderful presentation. I must say, as we know that MP Council of Science and Technology and CSRA AMPRI has already associated, and plenty of things which have been developed in the CSIR with the under the joint venture. We have implemented so many technologies which have been developed in CSIR. So thank you very much, sir. I hope your support will be with us in future also. So as I have to proceed, our next expert for invited talk, Dr. Dhirendra Dubey, MD 3B Block Bio, Bhopal, GM Black Bio, Bhopal. Shri Dhirendra Dubey, Chairman and Managing Director, MS Kilpace India Limited, is a successful entrepreneur. After completing BSc in 1988, he joined Kilpace India Limited and started to focus on biotechnology-based products in the agriculture sector. During the journey in 2010, he diversified the company by starting the subsidiary company MS3B Black Biotech India Limited in molecular diagnostic field. He is the managing director of the subsidiary company. It was under Shri Dhirendra Dubey's strong leadership, the company was able to launch the TRU-CPR, and it's a technical term kit well before COVID pandemic was widespread in India. We are the largest supplier of COVID RT-PCR kit in India, with supplier of over 15 million tests in India. With the support and guidance from Shri Dhirendra Dubey, the company is striving to continue its growth stage. So it's really a great thing to have you in our program, sir. I'm requesting to you, kindly show your presentation. Over to you, sir, please. Dr. Please.
I'm Dhirendra Dubey, and I thank MP Council of Science and Technology for giving this opportunity. I have not made any presentation, so I'll just speak that since we are one of the only companies in state of Madhya Pradesh and doing molecular diagnostics, so we have developed almost 100 types of different RT-PCR kits for oncology and infectious diseases, and we are exporting to several countries. And we have been employing maximum students pass out from Madhya Pradesh. That is our unique character, that 75% of our team is from Madhya Pradesh. So we have been taking students from Piparia, Jabalpur, Guna. So people don't believe that in Bhopal you could be having a biotechnology company and employing people, from very nearby regions. So that is our basic strength. And currently also we keep looking for bright students who can join us. So we are always open to employing people, and last year only we employed 3-4 candidates. And during the COVID journey, it was we made Madhya Pradesh proud that we were the second company who got the COVID kit approval from ICMR, and then we supplied across India. We were technologically very strong, and we got the US FDA approval. That is, we are the only Indian company who got the US FDA approval. We are exporting to USA. We have recently started a subsidiary in UK so that we can market our products in Europe and also America. So I just want to thank MP Council of Science and Technology for giving this opportunity. And I am always there to promote R&D initiatives of the council, and also to absorb students if they are having the liking for the molecular diagnostic area, because that is our core strength. And I would also be happy to discuss with any startup in this field of diagnostics to take the initiative forward. And I hope that in this 75th celebration of the independence, some new innovative ideas are exchanged and something good could be done for the state of Madhya Pradesh. Thank you. That's all I want to say.
सर प्रेजेंटेशन भी है क्या सर?
नहीं, प्रेजेंटेशन नहीं बनाई है, मैंने बोल दिया.
ठीक सर, ठीक सर, बिल्कुल
Thank you.
ओके सर, थैंक यू.
Thank you.
So, thank you very much, Dr. Dhiren Dubey, sir. The great initiatives which have been taken by your firm, especially employing youngsters from Madhya Pradesh who have recently passed out from the colleges. It was really a great initiative. So, as I have to proceed, our next experts for invited talk, Dr. Saurabh Mishra, Seagull Venture Private Limited and co-chair FCCI Bhopal. Dr. Saurabh Mishra is an experienced and well-networked growth hacking consultant, technology enthusiastic and entrepreneur who works for startups and other companies by helping them acquire business through unique growth hacking solutions. He has established his first startup in year 2008, which operates in education domain. Since then, he has continuously working in the startups domain as a founder, manager, and consultant. He also founded a growth hacking company, Seagull Venture Private Limited, which help startups and new business realization, G2B and B2G benefits. He has also played an instrumental role in establishing Bhopal Angle Network for startup innovation and education, which assist aspiring entrepreneurs in raising angle funding. So, for this, after this, I am requesting Dr. Saurabh Mishra, sir, kindly give their presentation. Please, sir, over to you, sir.
Thank you, sir, and good afternoon, everybody. First of all, I would like to clear that I am not doctor. I'm an engineer who is into startup domain, and I'm representing FICCI MP, a startup subcommittee here, which is doing a lot of activities in Madhya Pradesh. for benefiting startup and MSME community. So I would like to again extend my thanks to MPCST for extending this opportunity to FICCI to share its national and international initiatives in promoting science, technology, innovation. So FICCI is basically doing a lot of activities to promote STI, which is because we believe at FICCI that STI is the building block of Aatmnirbharta initiatives. As without innovation, without the other speakers, specifically from science and technology background, Dr. Mondal and Dr. Ruchi Sharma has explained that without innovation, MSMEs cannot sustain the global competition. Because to be globally competitive, we have to incorporate these technological innovations in our processes. So this is something, this is one area where we are working at MP or rather at India level. FICCI is doing lots of events promoting and advocating policies for these things, raising industrial voice against these innovations or incorporation of these innovations. And I'm very happy to share that most of these recommendations and advocacies are accepted by Government of India and Government of Madhya Pradesh. Both the governments are very supportive uh, for FICCI to reach these expertise. I am also very impressed, to know that MPCST is doing a great job in connecting industry, academic, startups across STI activities, because this is something which is required and which is long pending in Madhya Pradesh ecosystem specifically. The premises set by Dr. Anil Kothari ji, where where he mentioned that Department of Science and Technology is looking for collaboration between industry and academics, is indeed indeed established by the subsequent speakers, because when Pradeep ji gave a very good insight on market and demand side of STI initiatives, subsequent speakers illustrated on academic efforts. So this is what ecosystem is required and requisite in the sector, and that has been already developed. And I'm very I congratulate MPCST for doing these activities and establishing that culture, that ecosystem, which will ultimately benefit startups and MSME industries. At FICCI, we are also doing these things, but more on industrial side. We are kind of taking these initiatives to bridge the gaps in between technology creators and technology adopters. So very strongly, I believe that most of the technologies which are patentable or which are indeed in demand of industry is many times are not well marketed, because these are two ultimately different domains. Also, considering this initiatives, my company SVPL, we are supporting lot many ag tech, clean tech, environment tech, fintech, and agri tech companies. And I'm very pleased to announce that today only we got a confirmation from a Gulf-based venture capital firm for one of our supported clean tech startup, which is working into that air purification domain, and it is already got 8 patent with that, and a lot of funding is coming for that startup. FICCI has took many initiatives, as I told earlier, at national and international level. FICCI jointly with the Technology Board, Development Board, and United States Agency for International Development (USAID) launches this Millennium Alliance program. So where the technological initiatives which we are talking about and the entrepreneur, those collaborations are getting promoted across globe, so that countries like India, South Asia, Africa, or Latin America, our MSMEs can get promotion, get that new market linkages. Apart from that, a notable program which FICCI has started is FICCI Google Business Acceleration Program. So Google India has partnered with FICCI for launch of business acceleration program with a focus of Indian startup and innovation community. And it is again as illustrated by Anil ji and Pradeep ji, that both these programs are targeting product-based innovation. So those SaaS-based innovations are not in that demand. Are now industries are looking for product, or investors are looking for product-based startups. So that is which is again the basic thought process behind Aatmnirbhar Bharat or Aatmnirbhar India initiatives, and this in turn will result in lot many jobs. Apart from that, Anil has illustrated that on 13th May 2022, FICCI has assisted MSME department in launching their startup policy, and there I would like to illustrate here that 120 plus product-based startups has put their stalls and demonstrated, and many of them are now raising funding. At the core, at MP, FICCI is doing, FICCI understand that when FICCI is into doing market research activities along with in association with ENY, PwC, Boston Consulting Group, like organizations. So we have identified that in Madhya Pradesh there is a strong potential for the use of appropriate technology. So if that appropriate technology thing is linked with the clusters, many of the clusters which are coming to Madhya Pradesh, if we can link, then its marketability can be enhanced manifold. Then we also believe that for circular economy, so that building that circle for reusing of products, again Model sir has illustrated on that circular economy part is required, and many of the startups or many of the MSMEs are doing that, and but it is an established fact. We have to do lot many brainstorming sessions with technical expert people from academia and industry, so that a well-established SOP can be developed. Again, I request MPCST and other prominent organization that central government of India has recently relaunched a JET certification program. It is also required for enabling competitiveness, and that program, that certification program in its nature supports science, technology and innovations. So this is again required. Again, earlier speakers have illustrated about PM FME scheme. Under this formalization of food processing scheme, Government of India has put lot of budget, and FICCI along with other associations are doing a great job in promoting food processing industries. But to enhance the competitiveness, global competitiveness, or to enable the competitiveness with national players, we have to come up with technological solutions in for doing that processing while keeping the freshness or nutritional high nutritional value of product. Along with we have to do innovations in packaging which should be cost effective, non impacting on environment, using again appropriate technology and leaner methodologies. So that kind of culture is required, which has to be developed. Then there is one more area where lot of intervention is required. So most of the industries, most of the MSME units and even IT units in Madhya Pradesh are consuming electricity, huge electricity, and current policies are required to be realigned, or again innovations are required, because till date we are not into innovative energy conservation solutions. So that is one area where something is required, and we request academia to develop certain things. So let me quote an example. A simple thing like energy audit is not done at industries on a regular basis, and most of the industries are complaining that good quality energy auditors are not readily available. So they are available, but not readily available at all the locations. So that is one area where certain things had to be done. I also want to quote that, and I'm very happy to announce that we are currently helping a tech startup which is using AI, AR, VR solutions, humanoids, robotics for helping skill enhancement. So that kind of startups are required, and those things, if developed well, can be a game changer, because ultimately at MSMEs or at industries, we are lacking skilled manpower. So if the demand, as the earlier speaker has raised this demand, that if we can establish a IT enabled skill development center, so that can be a big boon, because again human resources are available. So for those things we need expert trainers, but with technology intervention. So if skilling or skill enhancement, upgrading of skills can be done through AI solutions, then it can be scaled up. So that is required at our end. Speakers from IIT and AMPRI has actually talked a lot about technologies, and these are, I'm very happy to know that these kind of technologies are there. I'm certainly looking forward to get connected with these startups, with these institutions, because we do have access to funds and investors. So currently our chairman, FICCI Startup Committee, National Chairman, Mr. Ajay Chaudhary, who is co-founder of SCL, is investing a lot of his time in Madhya Pradesh for promoting startups, again, product-based startups. So I'm 100% sure that those kind of peoples are looking for good entrepreneurs who can market these products, and that linkage can be developed. And I believe that MPCST is well placed to do these things. FICCI is all supportive on these fronts, and we want to get involved into that convergence, where we can converge industries, investors with technological innovators who are connected with you, and then we can build an ecosystem which can help help enhance global competitiveness, so that our MSMEs can become Aatmnirbhar in real sense. So, so those are the requests. One more thing which I want to raise here is that industries are, so there are not many industry academic conclaves, but there is one catch. At grassroots level, academicians or academic faculties from academic institutions are not participating with industries. So basic, if a program can develop on things like JET or energy audit or R&D initiatives, so that kind of connectivity can be established, of course, with some incentives to faculties and industries, then it can bring a lot more change, uh, because MPRI and IIT Indore are developing things which are not readily getting consumed by local HRIs and entrepreneurs, because they are not aware, and that ecosystem is not available. So I am very impressed with the initiatives which are taken by MPCST, and I believe that if these things can be replicated at larger scale, then it can be very beneficial to the overall system. And at FICCI, I want to reassure that FICCI is willing to collaborate with MPCST for converging all those benefits at national, international, sub-national level. So that we can realize the vision of Aatmnirbhar Madhya Pradesh and Aatmnirbhar Bharat. That's all from our side. If anybody want to discuss anything, then we are open for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Saurabh Mishra, sir. Your presentation was really good, especially the initiatives which have been taken by FICCI Google Business Association. This program is basically for product-based innovation, product-based startups. Also, you have briefed about the problems, especially in a grassroots level. You have just mentioned that the academic and the relevant institutions are not doing as much as they have to do for the better half. So, and if I'm talking about the association or a joint collaboration, we are looking for it that MP Council of Science and Technology and FICCI in future get together and moving towards in a right direction so that we can do better for state and especially for the country. Thank you very much for giving time for us. Thank you, sir. So next, for vote of thanks. Mrs. Neelima Agaria, Principal Scientist, MPCST, Bhopal, because she has some important work, so she is unable to join the program. So on behalf of Mrs. Neelima Agaria, ma'am, I'm requesting Dr. Anita Tilwari kindly proceed for the vote of thanks, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of MP Council of Science and Technology, I extend my warm welcome to all the gatherings. I would like to extend my gratitude to our honorable special guest, Dr. Devapriya Dattaji, who has attended, but due to some reason, he has gone for meeting out of this program, who has successfully initiated this program under the theme 17th Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. This program has brought all the state councils to interact with each other and all the initiatives and activities of states under one umbrella. With this personal efforts and concerns of this program, which is leading to the this good initiative which is given by him, has made all the councils activities, states activities under one umbrella. I would like to thank Dr. Rashmi from DST, who is also a part of this program. I would like to thank our Director General, Dr. Anil Kothari sir, who has provided us immense support to make this webinar successful. I extend my sincere thanks to our invited speakers, Shri Pradeep Karambarkar ji, founder Vision Biz Network Bhopal, who has given a good initiative which is taken by Madhya Pradesh as an entrepreneur. He has given all the activities which all the activities and initiatives which they are performing. I would like to explain. I would like to thank our invited experts, Dr. D.P. Mondal sir, senior scientist from CSIR AMPRI, who has given all the activities which are performed by CSIR AMPRI, and they have initiated many good innovations and transferred the technologies such as bamboo-based composites, indigenous Raman spectroscopy, which is really a good invention done by India, I must say by India. I would like to thank Dr. Ruchi Sharma madam, Associate Dean R&D from IIT Indore, who has given all the information about the IITs and the R&D sector, which is doing all the innovations and they are going to the market. I would also like to thank Dr. Dhiren Dubey ji from 3B Black Bio. Basically, 3B Black Bio sir has told about the RT-PCR technology which is developed during the COVID pandemic, and this is really a second PCR kit which is approved by the CSIR for testing of COVID. Thank you, sir. I would like to thank Shri Saurabh Mishra ji, Director, Seagull Venture Private Limited, and co-chair FICCI Startup Committee, Bhopal, who has given good information about the FICCI Business Association programs. He has also given emphasis on how to inculcate among the students and how to interact with the students and the ventures, other ventures, industries, and the academics. So I would like to thank our team, Shri Samir Kumre ji, Dr. Neelima Agaraiya madam, Shri G.T. Deshmukh ji, Praveen ji, Kaurav ji, who has given technical support to us for organizing this program successfully. Thank you everyone who has attended this program and to all those who have made this program very successful. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
ठीक है सर, बताइए बताइए